happy Saturday, everyone. Hope you're all having a good weekend. Here we are with my 2015 Flex SCL. And today, we're going to focus on a little issue that's come about that I see posted a whole lot, and I see all kinds of different responses to. And I'm going to show you how I went to fix it. No, we're not talking about water pumps and power transfer units and stuff like that. We're talking about taillights today. An issue that comes up that I've seen online posted many times is how to keep moisture out of them because the lenses fog up. So we're going to go and I'm going to show you how I fixed that and how it's worked so far. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get this hatch open, get access to the taillights. The problem is that moisture builds up on the inside of the light housing, and it fogs up the entire housing, making it look kind of unsightly. So now if you look, you'll see there are two screws in the housing of the taillight. None over here. Just those two. That's all it holds it in. So you will need an 8mm socket to get those out. Okay, so let's go ahead and get these screws out. Oh yeah, I always liked using long extensions. Okay, screws are out. Oops, dropped one. Okay, so in order to get this out, just kind of grab one side and kind of work it. Sometimes you got to take your hand and smack it a little bit. But you work it for a little bit, pop it a couple more times, and it's free. That's all there is to it. It's got a couple of pins on the front side here, on the outside, that snaps into retainers, and that's what holds it. Once you've got that out, there's a little connector. It comes from the housing, from the harness that connects to the housing. You push it in, and that just slides right off, and you're able to pull the whole taillight assembly away. Another problem is that the outlets for the heat and AC discharge behind the taillight housings, and of course in the summertime and humid weather that will cause the lenses to fog up also. Okay, so what I've done, here's the housing, and at the bottom of it there is a small ridge, an indentation in the housing. And what I've done is I've taken a drill with a 5/64 bit, and I have just drilled a small hole into the housing. I'm just running a drill over it, but you see that's what I've done. And I put 3 small holes in the housing. You might be able to see there, I don't know, might not focus too well. And you can barely see them on the front, but they're there. And that has allowed it to breathe. It's got little vents here on the back, but I don't think that they're working very well. I'm thinking it might let air in, but it's not letting air back out, not allowing it to breathe. And that's what these little holes that I drilled in here for. It actually, on this side here, it actually had enough water in it that it shorted out the tail light and blew the bulb. Okay, so we've done all that. Now we're going to go ahead and reinstall the taillight housing. So I'm going to go ahead and take this, the main wiring harness connector. It's got 2 alignment pins on the connector itself. You see the alignment pins, and you just take, and it just plugs in, push it until it snaps, and you're done. And when you put it reinstall, just align these 2 dowel pins with the plastic retainers on the front of the body, and it'll just snap into place. Now she's ready to slide back right in. Don't forget the bolts. Now, it won't bother me to use an cordless or an impact driver or a cordless drill or something to remove the screws, but to install I will use a ratchet because it is very easily done. Those little plastic push nuts that goes in there can be stripped very easily, and I've seen that done I don't know how many times with cordless tools or power tools. Just a ratchet or a nut driver, that's really all you need to tighten them back up with, and you're good. And once you're done, you go ahead, close the hatch because you're done back here. Alright, well this about wraps up this little video. So I hope that was a help, and I hope that cures your problems. I've seen some videos where people are taking the taillight housings apart and the lenses apart and stuff like that. I know that'll work, but this might be just a little less work than all that. So anyway, I hope you try that. And like I said, just a small 5/64 bit is all you need, and just a few minutes worth of work. So hopefully that takes care of your problems and solves it. Yeah, unfortunately, there hasn't been too many videos made with the Flex. But I bought it the 1 year, and I think I made a couple of videos with it the year that I bought it. And of course, that winter, the winter after, the transmission took a dump in it, and I just pushed it off in the weeds and forgot about it. And until last May, when I actually got it fixed. I was actually going to rebuild the transmission in it, which would have been a video for you all, or videos. I could not get a kit. I could not get a manual to go by. I couldn't get any service information. So I thought, I'll get a used transmission. And all I could get was out of a used cop car. And I've seen how that stuff's abused, and I just couldn't bring myself to paying what they wanted for abused transmission. I couldn't do it. So I thought I'll just bite the bullet, just do it, just get a reman Ford transmission and put in it, which still would have been videos. And I talked to the service department, and they quoted me a price to go ahead and do it for me, because I kind of figured that, you know how that is. I put one bolt in, you know, and it didn't face the right way or something, you know, some little nitpicky crap. And the transmission went out. That would be the fault of it, and they wouldn't cover it. So I thought, let them have it, let them do it. Anything happens to it, it's their baby. And that was a nightmare, I'm telling you. That was a one-time thing. That'll never happen again. But so it's back on the road. It's done. So hopefully I don't have a transmission I have to worry about anymore. So, but anyway, thank you all for watching. And I'm looking forward to making some more videos for you all. I got some other stuff coming up. Blue Truck's getting his front end rebuilt, so that's going to be a fun task. So until then, thank you all for watching.